Tips for ADHD teens on how to stay organized. Hi, my name's Catherine, and I'm a therapist with Mindful Healing. When it comes to ADHD, one of the things that we see very often, to the point where it's almost stereotypical for someone with ADHD, is disorganization. It's very, very hard to avoid things getting cluttered, messy, and just generally chaotic when you are struggling with ADHD. The real problem is that a lot of the tips and tricks that are out there are not designed for people who are neurodivergent, or in particular, people with ADHD whose brains just work a little differently. So some basic tips I like to adhere to when it comes to getting organized for ADHD are real simple. The first one is things that are hidden are gone. The way ADHD brains work, if something's out of sight, it's out of mind, which means if you put it away in a drawer or somewhere else, we tend to lose it. We know this subconsciously, so when we have things that we use often, we tend to leave them out, and that creates clutter. Work with this impulse instead of against it. Go for shelving instead of drawers. Get clear organizational tubs that you can keep on surfaces. Go for things that are going to allow you to keep the things you use the most often within easy hands reach. Then you're more likely to put it away. The second tip, which is probably the most important, is that instead of putting it down, you put it away. This is easiest if you adhere to that first tip as well. Create an easy spot for things to go. If you're using something, instead of putting it down, which is the thing that we tend to impulsively do, primarily because our brain does not think through actions all the way, put it away. Take a moment to say, okay, I'm going to go ahead and put this exactly where it goes instead of trying to put it just down. That will save you a lot of time, and it will mean that things are where they're supposed to be. Which brings us to our third and most important tip. Things need to belong somewhere. A lot of the times we tend to move things from space to space. We might have a home for something that just doesn't work, and so it's never there. Things have to have a spot where they belong if we're ever going to put anything away. If you find that something's home is not a natural place to put it, move it. If your hairbrush is never in the drawer and is always on the counter, try moving that thing's home to somewhere that you can see it and easily access it, like the counter, so that you actually put it away. Adhering to these 3 simple tips can make a huge difference in our ability to stay organized. And you can expand or contract them to make it easier to navigate small spaces or to do complete overhauls of your entire bedroom. If you'd like more tips and tricks on how to manage ADHD, please feel free to reach out to Mindful Healing. Thanks.